What are realistic expectations in year one together?
3,000-yard receivers.
Okay.
Let's go 10 wins. We had 7 last year. We got an elite quarterback. We might as well go 10.
So the Chicago Bears just recently played in the Hall of Fame game. And I know all the starters sat, but it was just cool to see football back. And there were some things the Bears did that I really liked. I'm not going to try to look too much into it, but I definitely want to show a few plays and schemes. And outside of that, I want to talk about what's been going on with the Bears in camp, what people have been saying about Caleb Williams, and so many other things. But before I begin, I would really appreciate it if you would drop a like and subscribe. It only takes 5 seconds, plus you can always change your mind. We are on the road to 40K subscribers, and with your support, I believe we can get there super fast. So the Bears just recently played in the Hall of Fame game against the Houston Texans, and they managed to pull off a 21-17 victory, even though the game was cut short due to bad weather, with about 3.5 minutes left in the third quarter. One standout from the game was quarterback Brett Rippon. He really made the most of his time on the field, going 11 of 15 for 166 yards and throwing 3 touchdowns, all of which were on passes thrown more than 10 yards downfield. He looked poised and didn't turn the ball over, which is impressive for a backup trying to secure his spot on the roster. The Bears' offense was efficient, averaging 7.9 yards per play, and they were perfect in the red zone, scoring touchdowns on both of their red zone possessions. Overall, it was a nice reminder of what football season brings, and while it's just the preseason, there were definitely some things to like about how the Bears performed. So starting off with this play right here, this is one of the touchdowns. Colin Johnson went out and did a little hezzy that completely fooled the defense to get himself wide open in the end zone for 6. It was a perfect route and a perfect throw and some piss poor defense. Next up, this is just a beautiful ball down the sideline. There's really not much more to it. And once again, it was Colin Johnson who really made a name for himself. I mean, to be able to have that kind of control in the air and come down with 2 feet in bounds like that is impressive for a practice squad guy. And the final play I want to show you to follow that is another great throw and catch up the middle of the field. This one was to Sweeney. So overall, I think the Bears played a great game after a slow start. And I think it was a great way to kick things off. Alright, now to move on, one funny thing I wanted to talk about was Caleb Williams and his signing bonus. I mean, I guess I don't even have to explain it. Roll the clip.
Homa, horns down still, fight on. Yeah. And my signing bonus is 25.5.
I kind of love the tradition Hard Knocks is doing with this. I know it's kind of weird, but there's been some great reactions. And with that kind of bonus, the Bears are expecting this guy to perform. Also, in a recent article by Sports Illustrated, Caleb Williams revealed he's copying Tom Brady's diet. Williams recently explained to ESPN's Courtney Cronin a bit of advice shared to him by Brady, who spent the final 3 seasons of his legendary NFL career with the Buccaneers. He kept harping on competitive stamina. He kept harping on being around your guys, understanding them, that relationship, Williams explained. And then, it's hard. The job is hard. It's a tough job. It's tough to go out there and win games. So doing the best you can in the film room, with your diet, and all the other things you can control, go out there and handle those things, and it gives you the best chance to win, and it gives you the best chance to win, and the best chance to do what you want to do. Brady initially retired from the Buccaneers and the NFL in 2022, though he unretired before that next season. In 2023, he retired for good. In 2023, he retired for good, moving on to the next stage of his career. To add to his already illustrious career in the NFL, Brady secured a 7th Super Bowl, capturing it in a Buccaneers jersey in 2020. Longevity was a staple in Brady's career, as he dominated the sport and did so for a long time. He is now trying to help guide players like Williams to do the same. Obviously, he has the knowledge of 22 years, however long he played, of playing ball and being healthy, Williams continued. That's ultimately what I'm trying to reach, is to play that long as I can, and be healthy throughout all of it. Anyways, moving on from that, let's talk about what's been going on in the world of Bears training camp. Because obviously, with them being in the Hall of Fame game, they have been on a little bit of a different schedule than 30 of the other teams around the league. The defense had a dominant performance in the Chicago Bears' first padded practice of the 2024 training camp. Here are the key highlights of the defense's strong showing, according to some of the insiders. The defense pushed the offense around for most of the day, consistently getting the upper hand in various drills. They put pressure on the quarterback. For some individual standout performers, Javon Dexter not only created constant pressure, but also blew up several run plays. Dexter's offseason work to reshape his body seems to have paid off, as he showed significant improvement in his second year. Next up, TJ Edwards and Jaquan Brisker are both players who managed to get to the quarterback in the backfield. The secondary really did perform well, with Brisker and Tyreek Stevenson notably preventing a potential touchdown pass from Williams to Odunze. Despite facing significant pressure from the defense for most of the practice, Caleb Williams finished the day with an impressive display during the 2-minute drill, showcasing his ability to rise above challenging circumstances. Here's how Williams responded. He had effective decision making when faced with a collapsing pocket, and he often resorted to check down passes, demonstrating good judgment. I think the offense this year is really going to be able to compete and put up points with just about anyone. I know I've said it in so many videos before, but Odunze, Keenan Allen, and DJ Moore, with a solid running back room and an improved offensive line, it's about to be a sight to behold. Now to change things up before I end off this video, I want to talk about a few players that have gone missing so far in training camp. There are still a few players at backup quarterback who could be counted on at some point or another this season. Tyson Bagent seems firmly entrenched in the QB2 spot for now. There was supposed to be an intriguing battle for the QB3 spot between Brett Rippon and Austin Reed. Reed was one of the prized pickups among undrafted free agents in the 2024 offseason, a star at Western Kentucky whose fall out of the draft was a bit of a surprise. Although you're not exactly expecting reports to come out of Chicago that Reed is just out there lighting it up at practice, he is an exciting enough prospect as far as UDFAs go that you would hope to hear at least a little something. I hope to see Reed light it up throughout the course of this preseason, and he very well could. That will be his opportunity to get back on track. There's a chance the Bears could go with a very young quarterback room if he is able to outplay Brent Rippon in the preseason. The big advantage that Rippon has right now is the fact that he's not only started some games at the NFL level, but he's considered a coach off the field, and some believe that he has a future as an offensive coordinator. Overall, this has been an intriguing offseason for the Chicago Bears, and I don't think in my lifetime I've seen so much anticipation for this team. But I really do think many people need to take a step back and enjoy the process rather than rushing to get to the ultimate goal. I have done that a lot as a Browns fan myself. I have always been let down instead of just enjoying the fact that there is good watchable football in front of you. Anyways, let me know in the comments below what you think about this team as we head into the 2024 season. And if you made it to this point, please make sure to drop a like and subscribe because your support truly does mean the world. And also, let me know what you would like to see next. And until then, I will see you all later.